Hello, welcome back to Top 3 and 3 here on our Mental Medicine channel. Comes out every Friday. This is episode number 11, my favorite number, so we love that.
Yes.
So, yes, we're going to dive right into it. We got some spicy ones for you guys, as always. So, as always, this is I do want to say, this is a few days after Christmas. Obviously, late Merry Christmas, everybody. We've already announced that.
Yes.
And then New Year's is upon us. So, we shall see what lays ahead. But anyway, topic 1. NFL, we watched this game. We were going to do the full NFL cycle here, but there was a few other games we could have put on this, but this game I feel like deserved to stand alone, so we're going to talk about this, okay? So anyway, I'm going to give you a rundown and we'll start the timer here for topic 1. Rams versus Seahawks. The backward pass 2-point chaos, all right? Thursday night game was pure drama. With under 2 minutes left, the Seahawks tried a 2-point conversion. At first, Sam Darnold's toss looked like an incomplete pass, but replay officials ruled the ball traveled backwards. That turned the play into a live fumble. Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet recovered it in the end zone, and the Seahawks were awarded the 2 points. And it tied the game and sent it to overtime, where the Seahawks eventually won 38-37. Matthew Stafford threw for 457 yards and 3 touchdowns, with Puka Nacua exploding for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the result reshaped the NFC West race. The Rams' loss dropped their top seed odds, while the 49ers still have a path to the number 1 seed if they beat Seattle in Week 18. So let's go ahead and start the timer on that, because that was a wild game, number 1, and obviously it made a lot of difference in the playoffs too. So starting the timer now. What you got, Big Son?
I mean, let's just start with that whole debacle that happened at the end. I mean... Yeah. So I wasn't watching at that point live, but from what I understand is they lined up to kick off after the 2-point, and then the replay or the booth called and was like, "Hey, let's replay that. Let's look at that again."
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Sean McVay talk about it afterwards, and he was like, "That's never happened in my entire life. Like they've never gone back and like done that."
Yeah.
After like they were already like basically lined up to kick it off.
I've never quite seen anything like what happened on the 2-point conversion, where you're lined up to kick off, then they say it's a fumble because they had the clear and obvious recovery. Now you tack it on, you make it a 30-30 game. Very interesting. Didn't get a clear explanation of everything that went on just because of some of the timing of it. They were trying to be able to do that, but that's the thing that I've said. I've never seen anything or never been a part of anything like that, and I've grown up around this game. I'm not making excuses. We don't do that. I don't believe in that. It doesn't move us forward, but we do want clarity and an understanding of the things that we can do to minimize that when we rejected the 2-point conversion.
Because, I mean... My opinion on it, though, is like, what do you do at that point? Because the refs did fuck up by ruling it dead.
On the field, correct. Yeah, correct.
So, like, what can you really do at that point besides, because they did recover it technically in the end zone, what can you do besides give them that 2 points? Mm-hmm. Do you want them to go and replay the down?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, how do you, where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Like you said, it is, I agree with Sean McVay from that standpoint. It does screw him, so obviously he's going to speak for it, but... So not obviously you got to take that for granted, but to be fair, I get his side. Like that's not a normal occurrence. Where you're not. Once you're kind of got that call and like that, and you've moved on, especially with setting a new play, it's kind of hard to, especially with a whole new. You brought your special teams on everything. It is kind of. I get him on that. That definitely makes sense. But credit to be fair, if that's the way they're going to start calling things, credit to them for getting it right. If they feel that they got it wrong, I'll say that, but should be doing it quicker than that.
Yeah. My issue is that they've just been so inconsistent all year with everything. It's just so inconsistent.
The line's not there.
It's like sometimes they'll get a technically great call like that. Like that's technically like great call, great catch. Great call on them to challenge that and see that it was technically 100%. A fumble. Got recovered in the end zone,
100%.
But sometimes they're just like way off, and I feel like something like that could happen again next week, and we get a different outcome.
100%. The other thing I always bring up when you bring into the more and more it gets involved, the more we talk about momentum in sports. Yeah. And I know it's not really a generated stat per se, but momentum's real. Mm-hmm. It may not show up on the stat sheet that much, but if you have. Say you have a big play like that, and sometimes you have 5 minutes for them to go over this stuff, and it can kill the whole energy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just waiting for that, not knowing the outcome, the uncertainty of it, and it can really take away from kind of the momentum that team's building. Even if they get the call eventually, they've now took 5 minutes of momentum from them. Not saying that's a big deal, but it does play a part, man.
Yeah.
And the more they do that, the more momentum it's going to take from teams where you can't really get momentum because it's just it's almost like the free throw line. It's just getting constantly stopped to wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a sit and wait game instead of just playing. And like, for example, imagine how hard it would be. Last thing we'll say. Imagine how hard it'd be to run hurry up offense in that system, in that type.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
It'd be
you're calling
impossible.
back anything, and if they see something, boom, call back. You're almost eliminating the hurry up offense.
Yeah.
In that way, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But not fully, but you go. I think that's a point, though. Definitely a point.
Real quick before we leave the NFL, do you want to speak on how that game affected the NFC West?
Yes. So obviously my Niners. Obviously I was rooting for Seattle because we needed Seattle to win there. So thankfully they came in clutch. We ironically were watching that game. We turned it off when Sam Darnold threw a pick. I believe it was like 9 or 10 minutes in, thinking it was over, and they came back and won it. So that was pretty awesome.
It was that pick he threw at the goal line.
Yep. So right with the D lineman, he faked the rush and dropped back. That was a great play call there. But that was So I'm excited. It gives us hope. And we got to beat the Colts, the Bears, and then Seattle. So if we can handle business, we got a shot here. So it's good. I'm excited for that, man. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get some people back and get moving. So we'll see. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be fun. We got next 3 games are gonna be fun for me to watch. That's what really matters now. So all right, diving into topic 2, my man. Topic 2.
do it.
Good old college football playoff first round wrap. Championship weekend delivered big swings yesterday and today. Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24. Bama fell behind 17-0 before flipping the script. Ty Simpson threw for 232 yards and 2 touchdowns, and freshman Latazir Brooks scored 2 touchdowns after not recording a score all season. And Miami beat Texas A&M, which is part of our predictions. Saki is up now 7-3 earlier. Spoiler alert for you. Miami won 10-3.
Yes.
A defensive slugfest decided by an 86-yard drive capped by an 11-yard touchdown pass to Malachi Toney with under 2 minutes left. And then Ole Miss beat Tulane 41-10. Trinidad Chambliss accounted for 3 touchdowns as the Rebels cruised. All right. So obviously, and as we're recording this to give people a stamp here, timestamp, the Oregon James Madison game is ongoing as we're recording this. So if we can pull that up, Saki, if you get a chance.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and start the timer while we talk about the little roundup here.
Yeah.
While you're pulling that up, but I'll start. I'll say Alabama Oklahoma one is one that hit home for me because I feel like both of those teams were arguably shouldn't have been in it. You could argue. A lot of teams could argue that, but because Oklahoma got in because they beat Bama, basically. And then they beat Bama. Bama had 3 losses, so that was kind of the bowl of the odd man out.
Yeah, I honestly, neither of those teams deserve to make it.
As shitty as that is. But, so shout out to Alabama. They got it done, though. They found out 17-zip, and Oklahoma shit the bed. So, I mean, I think they kind of gave it away more than...
I feel like I just want to say this real quick before we move on to the next game too.
Yes.
That I feel like this 12-man playoff is really showcasing how flawed the ranking systems are
100%.
in college football
100%.
because there's some teams that are not making it and that aren't competitive.
100%.
You know.
100%, Sock.
And technically, the Alabama-Oklahoma game was competitive. It was a good game.
Yeah.
But, Oklahoma made it in because they beat Alabama. Alabama made it in because they're Alabama.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought this up. Ed Orgeron, LSU's old coach, okay? He's already talking about coming back. He actually did an interview recently where he talked about, they asked him about who he thought should have been in it and whatnot. We're pulled up. He even said that Notre Dame got basically snooked, basically. And he was like, I'm personally would say that SEC bias, I think, runs too deep right now, and that, a few years ago I agreed with it, but now it's like these other, it's not right anymore, And but it was just interesting to see him say that he's from an SEC team. So it was kind of cool, and he has no affiliation with Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
For him to take that side, it kind of spoke volumes to me, and I thought that was cool to hear him say that because not normal. That's not a normal rhetoric. Most people talk the opposite. So it was cool to hear somebody like Ed Orgeron say that. So that was cool. And then going into the Miami A&M game, obviously we didn't watch it. I was working, and you didn't. I don't think you watched it.
No,
either,
I did not.
It was, from what I've seen on the stat sheet and what we've seen, it definitely odd game.
Yeah,
odd game.
Just defensive.
Yeah.
Defensive
and
showcase.
I told you, it still shocks me that A&M threw 39 times with their quarterback. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's more of a runner. So the style of play is what shocked me. Then he had Carson Beck only having 100 yards. So
on 20 passes.
Just the odd very odd game. Like you said, they got it done. Shout out Miami getting it done in a slugfest. Well, that's what best as it was. It was a slugfest. But
I'll go ahead and say congratulations to Oregon.
What is the score?
41-13 with 8 left in the third.
Oh God. Okay, we're gonna. You never know.
You never know. James Madison.
Get rolling.
They didn't deserve to be in either.
But yeah, sadly proves the point that we were trying to make of that. Yeah, it does seem that they got to find a better system to get the top. It doesn't matter, conference aside, anything aside. Best 12 teams at the moment. Who are they? Let's get them in, and that's who needs to be playing. It needs to get this bias out of the way of all of it. Whether it's Notre Dame, whatever. Who just let's decide who are the best 12 teams as we speak right now. Put them in. That's who should be playing.
And I will say this is the first year with 12, correct? Like I'm not wrong in thinking that.
No, there was 12 last year, but this is the second year.
Okay.
This is the second year.
All right.
Yes, because remember Notre Dame had to beat everybody to get to the chip.
Yeah.
This is the second year of it now. But so very interesting. I hope I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the second year. I hope I'm not wrong. Yeah. So, but yes, I hope so. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep covering that. That'll be coming up again next week. So we'll get on that. We'll stay on that. So we'll see who.
What the matchups end up being.
That's right. Who stays cooking? All right. Topic number 3. We got a little wild card here. All right. I'm gonna give you this read synopsis here. You know, if I want to, but we will. Boxing. Anthony Joshua flattens Jake Paul. Something completely different. On December 19th, 2-time heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua fought social media star Jake Paul in Miami. Joshua dominated, knocking Paul down twice in the 5th round and finishing him with a right hand early in the 6th. Paul's jaw was broken in 2 places and he never recovered. After the bout, Joshua credited Paul's toughness, but joked that it took longer than I expected for his right hand to find its destination. This win keeps Joshua in the heavyweight title conversation while delivering Paul his first true boxing reality check. All right, so let's go ahead and dive the timer in here, Big Sock, and we are on now, brother.
You want to say some words?
If I have to start, I will. All I can say is I'm kind of hate to wish anything bad on someone, but I'm happy in a sense that he got kind of a reality check was the best way to put that. I think. But it was nice. I was kind of just tired of the propaganda and the whole
rhetoric
shit.
that like
you had Mike Tyson at 60. I mean, it was like me trying to play Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 90. I mean, it's just not really relevant. So I just kind of glad that that's not a thing anymore. Hopefully, I probably still will be. 100% still will be. There'll be a revenge tour. Or, oh man, dude, guess what? He's gonna fight Sylvester Stallone, man. Rocky versus Jake Paul. I mean,
Rocky versus Jake Paul.
I mean, who knows, dude? He could pull out some big guns, but. I mean, who knows?
New Rocky movie coming soon.
Yeah. I have Donis Creed out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You never know, but I hope it quiets it down a little bit personally because I was not a fan of it. I just think it's a little kind of childish. I guess the best way I word it. I mean, if you watch it, you watch it. I mean, like I said, still people watch it. So I mean, whatever. I mean, if it's working, it's working. You got to do it. But yeah, I was not a fan of it. It didn't. It was kind of, you remember that I never watched it. It was more when we were young, but they ever had Pros versus Joes kind of thing.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah,
it's kind of like that. It's basically if you're gonna just do that instead. I mean, that's what that is. I mean, can we just bring that back instead?
Yeah.
And that's cooler instead of just Jake Paul every time. Let's get some new people.
Let's get some new people.
Like I'd like to see somebody other than Jake Paul go get people. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Can we get some other people involved instead of just Jake Paul? Like,
yeah,
that'd be great. Then I'd be a little more in tune to watch it, maybe like the Masked Singer vibe. Give me like somebody out there you don't know who they are. They're in a fucking just mascot. Give me the mascot bash. Where is that? That's what we need the UFC to take on. Let's get the mascots in there and get that going. That's the bracket we need. Let's get the mascots flowing.
You know, I think you're onto something.
That would sell.
I think you're onto something.
I think that mascots need to have a brawl in the match.
Yeah.
In the ring, and I think that would really. I would watch the Stanford Tree versus the Leprechaun of Notre Dame. Top notch, bro. I would watch that in a second. You know, think about all the duck versus. I mean, you could have anything, man. I mean, this could be great. Anyway, we went completely off tangent on that, but Anyway, how do you feel, Sock? I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm happy that he lost for sure. I mean, I thought it would have been quicker, but you know, watching the highlights that I saw, he ran around quite a lot. You know, just tried to stay away, and then when he did engage, he tried to wrestle him a couple times.
Bear hug his thigh.
Yeah, bear hug his thigh. I mean, that's accurate.
I mean, that was more like help.
Yeah.
is what that was.
There was a couple times where it definitely looked like he was just going for a takedown, but there was a couple where he literally just hugged his leg.
I mean, that fight, no offense to Jake Paul, I mean, I would probably look the same, but it literally should not have been told. That looked like the senior in high school beating up on the fourth grader. That was awful.
Yeah. It was a little rough.
That was awful. But so we'll see. Hey, we're covering the mascot mode the mascot mashup when they bring that on.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's
talk to Dane about it next week.
Hopefully they can transition from this to that. Maybe that would be great. But if not, we're covering Jake Paul and Logan Paul when they go at it, I guess. But anyway, sleeper story, Sock. Going local here. Yeah. All right. Delaware's first FBS bowl win.
Okay.
All right. Delaware joined the FBS this year and made history at the 68 Ventures Bowl, beating
68.
Louisiana 20-13. Running back Joe Silver racked up 116 yards and scored on a 61-yard run while the defense held off a late rally.
Nice.
The victory makes Delaware only the second school ever to win a bowl in its first FBS season.
Fire.
That's another stat of the week. It's
That's
not
impressive.
Stat of the week, but that's a good stat of the week for you. But yes,
very
shout
impressive.
out Delaware, man.
Shout out Joe Silver.
That's great. It says Delaware walked into the FBS, said hello, nice to meet you, and left with a trophy. You damn fucking right. Love it. Go Blue Hens.
That's how we do it.
Go Blue Hens, man. So shout out Delaware. We're flying some clips up of them having highlights of that game. Shout out Delaware, man. Way to keep it done. Before I get off of that wave, remember I told you Dad went there, said the quarterback was good. I believe it's DiNucci. I think we looked it up. Solid. We looked up his stats. He was pretty solid. So
yeah.
I was impressed with the kid. So hopefully he stays there this year going forward. But no, I liked him. That one to bring him. His dad said he went one of the games and they played. I believe it was. I can't remember. I have to ask him who it was. I can't remember. It was a decent school. It was. I think it was Western. Oh God, fuck. Kid's not coming to me. It's not coming to me right now. That's very disappointing. But they played a decently ranked team, and it wasn't ranked when they played them, but they're in and out of the ranks throughout most of the years.
Yeah.
And I do know that. And they played for them good. That's they lost by like a touchdown or something. So I mean that's all you can ask for, man, for even your first year and coming out and win a bowl game and not having a losing season. They were 8-6, I believe, to end it, I think. So hell yeah, man. But anyway, shout out Delaware. Stat of the week. Puka Nakua's it's really more of a stat of the 3 weeks, but historic hot streak. Rams rookie Puka Nakua has amassed.
It's not a rookie.
I don't know why I said rookie. He's not a rookie. I'm so sorry. Don't know why I said rookie. Has amassed 573 receiving yards across his last 3 his last 3 games. The most in any 3-game span since Josh Gordon in 2013.
I remember that wrong.
I forgot about that, honestly. That's not a hot streak. That's a video game cheat code. So, yeah, insane. I'm glad to, he's not a rookie, 100%. Don't know why that's in there. But yeah, regardless, in 3 games, 573 yards. Insane.
Yeah.
Well fucking done, bro. Holy shit, bro. I mean, that's impressive. And shout out Josh Gordon wherever he's at right now. That man we miss you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You're a legend.
God damn it. Yeah, shout out Puka, man. He's having quite a he's had last year he had quite a year too. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, he's a beast. But sadly he's in my division. I hate that because he is a coverage nightmare. But anyway.
Yeah, him and JSN.
Yeah, our division's good, man. Sucks. Yeah. Anyway, prediction corner. As I'm excitingly saying that, I am down 7-3 right now. Okay. All right. Saki asked me, he said, do you want me to pick now? Because you've picked multiple times, you keep losing. I was like, that's a great question. But I'm going to pick, and I'm going to pick.
All right.
I'm going to stick with my team, and if I get snooked, I get snooked. We are going with the 49ers versus the Bears. Primetime,
all right.
Sunday night football next week. All right? That's what we're doing.
Well, you need them to win, so you got to take them.
I'm going, of course. I'm taking the 49ers.
I'll take the Bears.
You got the Bears, brother. So that would be.
No, I'm taking the Niners.
Yeah, doubling up, taking the. Oh, it just sounds like I'm not losing. My Bears might win this, you never know, dude. I would not be shocked. But
no, I'll take the Bears.
My Niners, come on, Purdy. Just don't throw an interception. Find the touchdown zone, brother. Please.
Yes.
Please. Anyway. All right. Well, all I can say is I need a dub. Hopefully it'll be 7-4 next show. I pray to God, whoever's listening, it is 7-4 next show. But if not, it'll be 8-3, and we'll be coming back still. We'll see.
Big comeback on the
Never
way.
know. It's been a long year. Early Happy New Year, everybody. My next episode, it will be the New Year. So
Yeah.
actually, we will see you next. Actually, that's one of my wife's favorite jokes. We'll see you next year. So actually, how about that? We'll be next year.
Yeah.
2026. But thank you again, as always, Big Sock.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, as always, brother.
You know.
And as always, spread love, spread forgiveness, spread kindness. Let's try to do our part in making this world a better place for all of us, and try to create peace in this world for us, all of us to want to be able to live in. And hopefully we're doing our part in influencing others to want to do that as well. And as always, if you're local, go get West Side, go get some pancakes. And appreciate everybody that does tune in, like and subscribe if you can. And we got some new merch coming here real soon, so we'll make sure next episode we'll actually talk about that and promote that as well on the show. So stay tuned for that, and appreciate everybody that does stay tuned in. We got a lot of content coming for everybody. EOLE, everybody love everybody, question everything. And this is the Mental Medicine Channel, Top 3 and 3, episode number 11, my favorite number, signing off.